Let's talk today about delusions. Let me give you an example of delusional behavior. We used to have a neighbor who lived next door who went to real estate school, and he received his real estate license. And he cared about that license very much. He put it in his Bible, I remember, when we visited him next door. Well, this was quite a few years ago. And one day we thought we would sell our home. So we hired him as a friendly gesture. And we had a practically a newborn baby. It was just a few months old. And he said one day, I'm going to have a open house at your house, but you can't be there because, you know, the clients have to come in and move freely. He said, I'd like you to stay away, you and your husband, until 5 p.m. So we did. We took the baby, of course, and spent the entire day out until 5 p.m. It was quite exhausting. You have a newborn baby. He has to, I was nursing, but diaper changes and water and things like that. It was tiring. But we came back at 5 and asked him how it had gone, and he said it went very well. About 10 days later, he said he wanted to do another open house. And so we were supposed to stay away again until 5. Well, around 2 in the afternoon, I thought, well, let's just slowly drive by our home and see how the open house is going. So we drove by our home slowly. There were no cars. The door was closed. There were no people. So we got out of the car and went in the house. There was no open house. There was no real estate guy. And we realized he was pretending to work for us, but he really wasn't. So isn't that interesting? Somebody was enough of a believer to put his real estate license in the Bible. And yet he lied from the get-go. And this is delusional behavior, where you think you are praying, you think you are a good person, and yet you spend your life lying to people who have done nothing to deserve it. You pretend you kept a family out of their home for 8 hours twice for no reason, just to pretend that you were having an open house. He wasn't even in the house. There wasn't the usual table with the business cards of the real estate guy. He just tried to make a good impression. Now, this is delusional because it is such a contradiction. And there are many people who believe they are devout Christians and do all sorts of things that seem to say, I'm focused on God, I'm focused on the truth, and yet their behavior is completely a denial of everything they say they believe in. That is toxic behavior. That is a person who has no idea who they really are. That is the kind of person you need to avoid.